What's good, everybody? It's your boy LG Grown. We got to talk about it, man. Happy Monday. First off, let's start off this week right. Free agency. My thoughts of the Dallas Cowboys moving forward in this season. First and foremost, let's get a couple of updates. Let's recap a little bit. Cooper Rush is no longer with us. Thank you, God. All right. Let's just say we can draft a quarterback this year. Okay. And we ain't got to rely on Cooper Rush. This year's looking different, ladies and gentlemen. It's looking different. Okay. How happy am I that Cooper Rush is not with the Cowboys? I'm extremely happy. I don't know what he had with the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know if he was dating one of the staff members, wife, daughter. I don't know, but he's not here. Okay, this is a great off-season moves that we haven't seen in a while with Dallas Cowboys. We've been on a non-stagnant of just signing somebody a couple of days before the draft. This ain't the case, ladies and gentlemen. Like, you got to pick your poison. You know, we complained about Dallas ain't making no type of moves. They make moves, and now people are like, well, they're just getting these people. And that, come on now, look. We can't change the goalpost. We can't say this, we can't say that. You have to keep it fair. Dallas are making moves. Now, they're not making moves that you want them to make, but they're making moves for positional needs. They're definitely making moves on defense. Yes, DeMarcus Ware said what he had to say leaving. That's fine. Okay. We have to understand that there's players that's loyal, and there's players that when it ain't going their way, now they want to talk smack. We can go down the whole list of players that was there a long period of time, and then they went somewhere else. They didn't bash Dallas Cowboys. DeMarcus Ware, a great linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys. When he went to Denver, you didn't see him bashing the Cowboys. It just was unfortunate. He was getting up to age, and Dallas didn't want to pay him. He went to Denver and won a Super Bowl. I still think he was one of my greats for linebackers. Those are examples. When Jason Witten left, you didn't see him bashing the Cowboys. It's something about, even when you're upset, you don't cross the line by throwing bash at a team that gave you these opportunities and years on a team. Now, let's just say you about to retire. Now you want to retire for the Dallas. What if Dallas take that same conversation you said and be like, nah, I don't think that's a good idea. Now you gonna be like, oh. Then you'll be, I can't believe they did. But you can't, don't shit on a team that gave you opportunity. If you didn't like what they did and the moves they did, that's fine. You know what? Dallas was a great home for me. I appreciate it. My family's still there. You know, unfortunately, we couldn't get it done, and that's why I'm here. You keep it professional. Like, you keep it professional. Because teams don't forget, social media don't forget, and for damn sure fans don't forget. We don't. That had to be something that tarnish you. Like, if you don't do good in Seattle, let's just say you don't do good in Seattle, you don't even make it to the 52 roster, and you get cut. And just so happens you want to spin the block back at Dallas, and they hit. Well, didn't you just say we'll never win a Super Bowl? See, that's what you got to remember. You can't don't think you above everything. Like, at the same time, you still gotta be humble. let's just say you had an okay season, but you had just enough that you could get another contract back at home, and everybody else don't want to give you a shot. You getting old, injuries is catching up with you. We could have been in like just like how we do all these former first round picks. But like, listen, we can give you incentives, we can pay you this, but if you have a break off, you can make this type of money. You get what I'm saying? That's why I appreciate Dallas doing sometimes certain things. When a player, they look at their statistics, they say he just had a break off season last year, but the last 3 years he was here, he couldn't do nothing for us. I mean, he didn't crack the top 10. So I'll tell you what, we'll give you this contract, right? It's $5 million. And we'll put incentives on it. If you break this type of numbers this year, then you can get 8 million, 9 million. Matter of fact, you can make up to 12 million in incentives if you break this. Now a person be like, okay, bet. He's still getting a decent amount, but if he breaks over that, he can make that type of money. Sometimes that's what you have to do. Like, not everybody should break the bank just because they had one great year. That's what messing around with Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones, that year that he had contract year, that was his like best season of all time. And that's when he was looking at the thing like, yeah, they're not going to, we got to dismiss all the other times of I was hurt. I couldn't do nothing. This season, I was able to take my team to the playoffs. Nah, if you'd have did that consistently, maybe I could say go get your money. But I just don't like when a player, that's their last year, and then all of a sudden they go ahead and have that, just all of a sudden they had a breakout year and that knowing his contract. Like, a lot of players does that and kind of pisses me off. Like, if you show up, let's just say you get a 4-year contract. If you could show up 2.5 years, right? You had a great first, second year. Third year, you might was about to have a good year and you might got hurt. I won't fault you on that. Get your bag. You deserve your money. But if you didn't do so good first year, you ain't do so good second year, third year, fourth year, you had a breakout and knowing that's your contract renewal. Yeah, no. But let me bring it back home. As what I'm seeing with the Cowboys in off season, I see they're addressing positions. We signed a receiver. I feel like he's okay. He ain't been the same in a while. Maybe he could do something to show us that he still had the capabilities of being good. I'm for it. You know what I'm saying? I still don't think they need to dismiss on that position. Still draft a receiver. Still draft a running back. You sign 2 running back. That's good. I like that. Are they the best running backs at their position? I feel like Javonte Williams is a good red zone. I feel like he can definitely get that ball into the red zone. Miles Sanders, if he can give me that burst that he had in the Eagles, when we run the ball and you can hit that hole, pause. If you can run, okay. You know what I'm saying? Rico Dowell, I wish the best for Rico Dowell, but Rico cannot think that he was gonna get the big bag after one good season, and on the other season you was injured. You was dealing with in and out the roster. Yes, he had to fight. He had to deal with Zeke was on the team, Tony Pollard was on the team, so he didn't get a chance to be the guy. I get that. But you were still dealing with injuries in them years when they was trying to put you on special teams. You was in and out getting hurt. Like, that's where I feel like your longevity of your injury is what caused you not to get the bag. And you probably was thinking a real nice number to stay with Dallas. And that's why you consider just going to Carolina and they ain't even really pay you much. So that's what I'm saying. So Dallas is standing on two toes. It's still a wide market for wide receivers. We just seen the two receivers get the bag at Cincinnati, rightfully deserved. T. Higgins and Jamar Chase just got the bag. Super deal as two non-quarterbacks. And we all knew this was coming for them. But I just want Michael Parsons. I know he says that he knows that his team, he's going to get paid. I'm glad he's in that humble stage. I don't want him to have that narrative that I want to be the top linebacker. We need pieces and all this other stuff. Like, I feel like they're going to get this done. I don't know why, but I feel like it's going to be done like the week of the draft. I feel like they're going to get the deal with Michael Parsons done the week of the draft. Let all the hype and all these players get their bag. Jamar Chase just got paid, and then this is what Dallas does. They like to be in the spotlight a little bit. They want to simmer it down. They got these drafts and all that. I mean, these signing. Everybody gonna talk about this and that. That's gonna die down. Now we're gonna be in the midst of the draft, making predictions of who we're gonna get this first round. Are we gonna get an offensive tackle? Are we gonna look at a running back? I don't know. But what I do know is we're not just relying on the draft to fill up all our needs on our team this year. Now we go in the draft, have an open mind. Okay, our veteran guard has retired. Who's going to step up and take that position? Is it going to be this person? Could we look at this guy for the first round draft pick? Or we still ain't found a number 2 receiver. Who's available at our pick for the second slot? Is it going to be T-Mac from Arizona? Is it going to be Colston from the Texas? Is it going to be Iwu Akwame from Ohio State? This is the questions. Running back. Is Jenkins going to fall for us? Is Hamlin from North Carolina going to be there? And do we want to just put our eggs in the basket, put our ballot in and say, hey, this is who we want? That's the questions that remains moving forward next month for the NFL draft. I'm excited, y'all. Okay. I will make a post about the NFL draft, who I feel Dallas should move in a direction. Hey, maybe we'll do a mock draft. All right. Maybe we'll put in, I'll sit down and do one of the mock draft simulations and we going to talk about it. I'm looking forward to the draft because this is my time of the year that I enjoy the draft. I hope y'all enjoy the draft. The draft is to me, people ask, what's so special about the draft? Why do you like the draft so much? Well, it gives me an opportunity to see these young prospects making another step to the NFL, hearing their stories of what they went through and what team they were on and what was the impact they did for the team. This gives me an idea of the prospects coming in the NFL that's coming in the NFL. It's definitely exciting. And it's a 3-day event. It's a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday event of the draft. So we're going to look forward into this draft. I thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Was it any other news in the NFL? I doubt it. Let me check. Besides Jamar Chase and T. Higgins getting the bag, I see the 49ers are splitting apart. I like it. I really do. You know what I'm saying? 49ers been killing us all these years, and the players are going somewhere else. Philadelphia, and I had to have this conversation with Philadelphia fans. All right. Don't cut me with the butter knife. Don't say, well, when the last time Dallas went to the Super Bowl. Listen, I'm not showing no shade. Philadelphia, congratulations. I'm happy for y'all. Y'all got the dub. Y'all did what y'all supposed to do. You stuck to the format, and then in the Super Bowl, y'all were able to do something that shocked the world. You was able to have a rematch with a team that y'all lost and was able to beat them, point blank. But this year, this was the question that I said to one of my friends that is a diehard Philly fan. I said, now, it's easy to win that Super Bowl, but the bigger question is going to be, how are y'all going to keep the players that was on that team? Because if you know, like I know, players are going to want to get that money. Players are not going to stay with a team and just what they got and won this Super Bowl, and they know they contribute in a major way in the Super Bowl. They're not going to be settled with just what they get. So you saw that a bunch of players, whether they were free agent or they was on the team, now they all over the place. Their defense, veteran defensive players, minus Milton Williams and Sweat, was veteran players that they didn't keep. And they let them go into free agency and get some money somewhere else. Not one person that was a free agent stayed with Philadelphia. So Philly feel like their young core, they feel like that's good enough to move forward to win. That might be good. That might not be. But now what's going to these rookies that are not rookies no more, they won a Super Bowl. You're going to put a lot on their weight, their plate now to see if they can do what they can do as being a leader. We shall see. I don't know yet. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, they ain't gonna do nothing. You can't do that. You can't do that. But it's gonna be interesting to see how this young group can do. I feel like the front four. I think the front four to me is the only position I feel comfortable that can hold their own. Carter and all them boys, I feel like they can hold their own. Sweat leaving, I mean, it's not a huge thing. They've still got other players, but it's definitely it's a question nevertheless. So let's look at the free agency. Let's check it out. Also, the Joey Bosa going to Buffalo, that was weird. I thought he would go with his brother, especially with everybody leaving. But listen, that tells you right now, I don't know nothing. Don't know nothing. Okay, so we gonna actually let's do this. Let's look at the list for Dallas, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so far for the all season, we got Miles Sanders, a 1-year deal. Javonte Williams, a 1-year deal. Paris Campbell, 1-year deal. Robert Jones, 1-year deal. Devontae Fowler Jr., 1-year deal. Peyton Turner, a 1-year deal. Osa Zula re-signed a 4-year deal. Solomon Thomas signed a 2-year deal. Keith Murray Jr. was traded. Kaiir Elam was traded. C.G. Goodwin, we re-signed. Marquise Bell, we re-signed. Trey Signa, we re-signed. He's the long snapper. Our punter, Brian Anger, we re-signed for a 2-year deal. And our kick return / receiver, Kavontae Turpin, signed for a 3-year deal. So far, that's the moves we have made in the off season. Okay, that's all the moves we have made in the off season. Now, Philadelphia, these are the people they signed. Dorian Thompson Robertson, quarterback, was a trade. Saquon Barkley gave him a 2-year extension, rightfully so. AJ Dillon, the former Packer running back that took a little hiatus, has returned and is signed with Philadelphia. Harrison Bryant signed a 1-year deal. Kyer Garrison signed a 1-year deal. Keon Green was a trade for CJ Gardner Johnson. Edge rusher Josh Uche signed a 1-year deal. Linebacker Zach Barnes. Cornerback Ori Jackson. Long snapper Charlie Hoochalitet. And kickoff/punt return Avery Williams. Okay. I'm not gonna hold you. Washington did some moves. If there's any team besides my team that I like in the offseason that did something that I'm kind of impressed with, is Washington. Washington got Marcus Mariota, Jeremy McNicholson, KJ Osborne, Deebo Samuel was a trade, John Beck, Zach Ertz re-signed, Trenton Scott, Laremy Tootson from the Texans traded to this team. Michael, can't pronounce his last name. We ain't going. Kyle Farah, Deutsch Wise, Eddie Goldman, Jalen Holmes, Sheldon Day, Javon Kinlaw, Bobby Wagner, Nolan, I ain't gonna pronounce your name. It's a bad. Jonathan Jones, Will Harris, Zay Gonzalez, and Tressa Way. That's. If I had to say who had the best free agency this offseason, I wouldn't say it's Washington. I would say New England Patriots. New England definitely got some players this offseason. Along with Chicago did good. Pittsburgh, they just went and got the need position, which was the wide receiver. Getting DK Metcalf, oh, that still hurts my heart because I swear. And they only had to get a 2nd-round pick. I'm just like, dang, Dallas, we can give up a second? It is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is so far the free agency. If we get any breaking news, a new player gets signed, you know I'm on it. I might not just jump right on it to talk about it, but I give it a little time to linger, and then I talk about what's going on. But until then, thank y'all for looking at the channel. Subscribe to the channel, please. Hit that subscribe button. We're still dropping stuff, dropping content. I'm thinking about doing food review. Where I live at, some places, some people need to know where a good spot to eat at. I think I might be doing some food content. I don't know. I'm working on. I never stop working. You know what I'm saying? Never stop working. You shouldn't stop working. If God put you on this earth to do what you can do, by all means, do what you got to do. All right? But until then, y'all, that's it for me. I'm out. Love y'all.